And we are joined now by Representative Colin Allred of Texas, who is just back from a trip to Ukraine, where he and other members of Congress got a chance to meet with the country's president. Congressman, thank you so much for your time and joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And Congressman, we know that you tested positive for COVID after returning home. Just want to check in, how you feeling, and your colleagues sick or quarantining this week?
Well, luckily, I'm the only one in our CODO that did test positive. I have what I'd call a mild cold, and I know that's because I've been vaccinated and boosted. And so everyone out there, get the vaccine, get your booster shot. It'll make you able to get through this. Good. Glad to see that you were just functioning and pushing right through it just the same. Now, Ukraine's President Zelensky told ABC News last week that it was a mistake for the White House to make the risk of an invasion seem, as he said, so acute and burning. You got a chance to spend time with him. Does he think the U.S. is playing a constructive role? Absolutely. I mean, President Zelensky is very thankful for really the enormous aid that we provided them with. We've given them over $650 million in military aid this year alone. We're going to help them on the economic side as well. And so he's very thankful for that. You know, he has a different job, really, in many ways than President Biden does. He wants to try and keep his people calm. He wants to try and prepare quietly so he doesn't provoke Vladimir Putin. Well, what President Biden is trying to do is let Vladimir Putin know that we know what he's doing, let the world know that we know what they're doing, and try and gather the world in kind of defense of Ukraine. And so that's a different mission. And it's one that does require us to be honest about the level of threat. And you also got a chance to meet with European allies in Brussels. In Washington, a bipartisan group of senators says that they're close to a deal on a bill that would impose harsh sanctions on Russia and cripple its economy. Do you support that effort? And is the U.S. on the same page as the Europeans? Well, I certainly support the idea that if Russia invades Ukraine, we have to respond with crippling sanctions. There's no doubt about that. The question is, I think in some cases, there are some folks who say that we should, apply sanctions early before he actually invades, based on some of the actions he's already taken, like the cyber attacks that he's conducted on Ukraine. And I understand that point of view, but we have to also understand that for a sanctions package to really work, it has to involve the EU. It has to involve the largest economies in the EU, and the French and the Germans and others have expressed that they will certainly support a package of sanctions if Russia does invade, but they won't do it beforehand. And so for us to really have a comprehensive package, it's going to take all of us moving together, and that will likely occur only if Russia does invade. Okay, so you're saying you would support it if they do. It sounds like this Senate bill would place sanctions on Russia even before its forces actually invaded. Now, the White House reportedly thinks that that'll take away its leverage with President Putin. What did the Ukrainians tell you about whether they wanted sanctions imposed preemptively? Well, of course, I think the Ukrainians would like to have the sanctions applied now. But as I said, the question here is what's going to be the most effective deterrent? And I agree with the White House that for us to have the most effective deterrent, we can't have an EU-sized hole in our sanctions package. And so anything that we do preemptively will be unilateral, meaning it'll be just the United States, maybe the UK, maybe Canada joining us in that, but it won't involve the EU because it takes all 26 member states of the EU to agree to a sanctions package like that, and they're not going to get all 26 to agree to that. And so let's just talk about reality here. We can move unilaterally early if we so choose, but to move comprehensively together, I think that's going to be more effective. Congressman Allred, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you joining us. Okay, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.